As India's capital, one of the worst hit cities by the corona pandemic, began receiving its desperately needed oxygen supply, Delhi based veteran health journalist Dhananjay Kumar says the situation is deeply depressive. India so far has reported 21 million cases of the virus and over 234,000 deaths. It currently has 3.6 million active cases. The country, with a positivity rate of more than 20%, has been staggered into its worst health crisis with only 2.2% of the population fully vaccinated. With a hospital bed density of zero point 0.5 per thousand in India and 0.875 doctors per thousand, which are much lower than what the World Health Organization prescribes, the country has an enormous amount of work cut out. Mayank Chai report spoke to Dhananjay Kumar.
Whistling past the graveyard. Everyone in Delhi is afraid. Even Supreme Court judges are afraid. It's a very, very heart-rending situation. Eh, I am choking even now.
Uh,
Though I am not COVID patient, but still I'm choking. See
uh,
how this, for me now, oxygen has done this city.
right, right. Let me begin with asking you about the mood in Delhi. You had a striking expression that you're whistling past the grave. Why don't we begin with what you just told me?
No, I want to begin with comic relief.
Okay,
You must be seeing that there is famine of oxygen, but I would look at it comically. No, no, that is a canard spread by detractors of powers that be. In fact, everyone has an oxygen plant. Do you want to see that?
sure.
This so theater of absurd and dance of death are going together. We are being told that, oh, why are you hankering after oxygen outside? You have oxygen producing generating machine inside you, and do anulom bilom. Think of it,
Right.
a patient, a patient gasping for oxygen. Will he sit and start doing anulom bilom? So what is this? So this is theater of absurd in Delhi, theater of absurd. I don't want to talk in grave terms,
I
because
understand.
it is such a grim situation that only comic relief of Shakespeare can save you.
Yeah,
We need comic relief
that's right.
than crunching, numbers and calling names. It's enough is enough.
That's
So now you can ask me question.
right. Okay. I just read this morning that Delhi has begun receiving its oxygen supply, at least some of it. What's the situation there?
Yeah. Delhi has got its quota of 700 MT, but who knows? Tomorrow it will not get that. Every day you need 700 MT, and the central government uh, was telling Supreme Court that we cannot provide this much oxygen every day. But Supreme Court was so harsh and so hard on central government that you have to provide oxygen till further orders. So situation is, I tell you, even judges are fearing for life because situation is so desperate, so desperate. So I don't believe India is not a country to live during COVID, COVID times. I tell you, India has turned into an island of utter failure tackling COVID situation. Even Pakistan is better, Bangladesh is better, Sri Lanka is better. Everyone is better than us. And the leadership, we are leaderless, we are rudderless, and really our politicians have failed us. Failed us. The optics is so heart-rending. You must be seeing this yourself. So
Yeah,
heart-rending optics. So I don't have words to describe, paint the grim picture that is happening in Delhi.
right.
So I wondered what should I say in interview to Mayank. I came here only to see you, यार.
अरे
मैं
नहीं,
आपको देखने के लिए आया.
अरे
हैं?
likewise, but no, apart from that, Dhananjay, you have been a veteran of Indian health sector for 20 years now. You've seen
Yeah, yeah.
lot of other journalists, so you have insights which I'm sure a lot of journalists cannot offer. So it's important for me to get your perspective, and it happens that you're sitting in the epicenter of the epidemic or the
Yeah,
pandemic.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Tell me something. I was again reading the figures. Now you're looking at 21 million cases,
Yeah,
234,083 deaths, and
yeah, yeah,
currently 3.6 million active cases. In
yeah,
the
yeah.
context of the Indian population, it may not seem like a big number, but the trends
But
are,
but but listen,
yeah,
now Corona has menacingly percolated down to rural areas. And very soon, these numbers will seem minuscule when that enormity happens.
right.
So I'm getting feedback from villages. It has spread like anything, like wildfire. Only today I got the news of death of my neighbor in my village.
Oh, I see.
So things are, it is not easy to stem the rot. Not
Uh,
easy.
You are also a keen observer of India's political system. You're sitting in the capital of the country. You mentioned the leadership failure at every level, not just at the federal level, but in many state governments as well.
Every level, every level.
What do you think went
I
wrong
don't
broadly?
know how can I say what went wrong. Everyone is seeing our leadership was busy in elections. Our leadership failed us completely. That is what went wrong. We had enough time on our hand to prepare for the pandemic, but for us, priority was something different. Priority was elections. I don't point finger to central government. You know, I wrote a book on uh, Narendra Modi, the Narendra Modi phenomenon,
Right.
and that the time I wrote it, I really looked at him with great hope. But in this, Acha, I tell you, when he started, he is the man who brought, in fact, who brought this credit must go to him, who made healthcare the priority by Ayushman Bharat. And I was mighty happy to see that health is becoming the number one pillar of Indian nation. But then we are overwhelmed by this corona pandemic, and we are intrigued. We are at our wits' end. I don't have much to say. I don't. Everyone knows where things went wrong.
Right.
Elections and Kumbh, they are the culprit, villain of the piece.
But that sounds, as I was telling during another interview, this is egregious apathy at work.
Yes, yes, you are right. Apathy. Even now, when the whole world is slamming Indian powers, even now they are busy somewhere else. I was so shocked to see Dr. Harshvardhan, whom I looked he will completely tackle the pandemic because he often talked about eradicating polio. But he yes, violence is happening in West Bengal. But that is not priority. I today was so shocked to see him sitting on dharna in Bengal. Is that the issue now? The issue is corona pandemic. Here, people in hundreds are dying. And this corona has completely exposed chinks in the armor of Indian healthcare. Sometimes I wonder if there are armor. It is abysmally, deficient. Abysmally deficient. Think of it. No even corporate hospital had an oxygen plant. Now we are planting like trees, we are planting oxygen generating plants. What is this? Is this the country we look at as Biswaguru? No, this is not the country. Here everything is in a mess. No assuring voice is coming or things are happening.
How do you,
Yeah.
since you wrote a book on the Prime Minister, how do you
Yeah.
explain that rather strange, indifferent silence? What's going on?
Maybe he is being driven by some powers, extraneous powers. I thought he was a man of action. He could have grabbed the situation. He would have become the greatest leader ever if he had tackled corona in a better way. He lost it. He lost the opportunity.
Dhananjay, we are now looking at about 20% positivity rate, which is a pretty big number. Only
Big.
2.2% of the Indian population has been vaccinated.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? I mean, the country has to come out of it, right?
Yeah, vaccination will be a long drawn out affair here. Nothing is in place. I have taken first dose. Now I'm worrying about second dose. In the hospital, I took my first dose. They say there is no vaccine. So people are in helter skelter where to have the vaccine. So vaccination program is also not in right direction. It is also in mess.
But there
So
ought to be
India,
someone in the government who's thinking about these things, right? Forget, say, for the sake of argument, let's put the Prime Minister aside for a moment. I'm sure,
yeah.
I'm sure there are second, third, fourth tiers who are as worried as you and I are. So why is it
Yes.
not showing up?
Yeah.
How
No,
do you explain this? I mean, I'm really baffled.
yeah. Baffling situation.
Yeah. Again, another statistic that I was reading was that hospital bed density in India. I mean, you followed,
What is the use?
yeah,
Yeah. That is also very bad.
0.5%.
Yes. The India's healthcare is worse than our neighborhoods, I tell you. India was never number one in healthcare. Healthcare, before that Ayushman Bharat came, before that unprecedented allocation of funds were done in budget not long ago, healthcare was always on back burner in India. Even Bangladesh, Sri Lanka was better, not in terms of corona only. In overall healthcare, we are worse than, or rather say, Bangladesh is better than us.
As a health journalist of long standing, what has been your struggle to report a grotesque pandemic like this? How do you approach as an individual?
To tell you frankly, I have been advised, I am on the right side of 60. So I have been mostly advised not to go to field because age wise.
Right.
So I only go to media center, National Media Center, and I am always in contact with people.
Mhm.
So those who are in the field, they are really very scared. They are not reporting in right mindset. Tell me, can they? No, no, no. Because when you fall to corona, there is no there is no scope of getting a bed. You have to die. Death seems to be the Hobson's choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But
so so I keep myself indoors to frankly
okay.
now.
Right.
I keep I am managing editor Medicare News, so I can do things from my home.
Right.
I don't go outside. That is the best thing to do.
Yeah.
I gave my golden years to reporting, spot reporting, but now I am an old man. I can only observe things. And as I told you, whistling past the graveyard, I'm waiting for Corona to pounce upon me. Every day when I open Facebook, one of my friends is gone. In
Yeah.
Delhi,
Yeah.
so many journalists are dying. So I am just, I
Yeah.
should not be so, pessimistic, but I'm just waiting for Corona to come to me.
No, no, no. Let's not get there. On a very minor level, how is
Yeah.
it that journalists were not treated as frontline workers in terms of
No, no,
vaccination?
no. Journalists are treated. I don't know what is in states, but in India, journalists are not treated well, treated very badly. And in a couple of years, uh, our prestige has dipped to the lowest ebb. So no one is caring for journalists. We are fighting. We are fighting. The government should have given us that status frontline on a platter, but we are fighting for that.
Right.
Please consider us frontline workers. So, I mean, they are not responding well. In some states have, but journalists are in a very bad shape in India. Nothing is hunky dory.
Right. Right.
Nothing is very depressive situation.
Yeah. Uh,
Nothing is
I mean,
good.
I keep coming back to this question to a lot of others. What is the way out? The country has to fix it, right?
Yeah, yeah. That is
And
a
who's
million
going to
horror
fix it?
question. That is a million horror question. Dhananjay cannot answer this. Not individual. Only we can say, God save us. That is the only appeal we can make. No one is listening. Mayank, even now, no one is listening. Everyone is leaving people to fight for themselves, to fend for themselves. I told you that
Yeah.
we are Atmanirbhar in oxygen. That Baba, that celebrated Baba Ramdev is saying you don't need oxygen outside your body. Do Anulom Bilom. What is this? Even director of AIMS is saying you do Anulom Bilom. That is so. It is a theater of absurd
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
along with the serious situation of COVID.
No, it is theater of the absurd. I agree. If that's the
Yeah.
advice at the highest level, we need to be really, really deeply worried.
And I tell you one thing, it looks over the top. Uh, that Punewala left the country.
Right.
Reliance, Reliance has left the country with family. I have hunch they have left because they fear Corona. because corona is in every nook and corner of India. We are in a vice-like grip of corona. Only God can deliver us. Only God can.
Well, that's
No
such a
one. I
dire
tell
picture.
you, Acha, can you think, Mayank, Dr. Harshvardhan is in Bengal doing dharna. So I am not a supporter of any party.
Mhm.
But what is this? What is this scenario? Our health minister, who is considered as someone who eradicated polio, what is he doing? Ridiculous, isn't it?
It is, but I think for them it's a rather cynical distraction.
Yeah, cynical distraction. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And unfortunately, these things work in India, at least for a certain section of
No, no,
the.
no. It works forever. We Indians are also to to blame. Our Indians, we choose our government. The quality of our government is the quality of the people we are. So we don't. They don't care about people. Eh? They think they will again give us votes, and so nothing is hunky dory. Yaar.
No, true, true.
I, I'm not in a very you know,
I understand completely because you've seen it from very close quarters.
yeah, I am seeing it from
Yeah,
close. In fact, I am a convert now. I have start believing in myself. Yes, whatever is being done, I have to do. No one is going to help us.
right, right.
And unconcernable laissez-faire is also going on. People making money in the sick room is also going on with impunity. Nothing is nothing is being controlled. They are busy somewhere else.
Yeah.
People people who should have been uh, our protector, they are busy somewhere else, and no one can do anything. So I'll say that you tell me what is the way out. I
Well,
don't see I don't see light at the end of the tunnel.
as Steve McQueen, the late Hollywood actor, once said about
Yeah.
light at the end of the tunnel, that every time I saw a light at the end of the tunnel, it turned out to be an oncoming train.
Yeah, that is. Acha, I tell you, oxygen wise, I want to tell you, Corona is more sinned against than sinning. Lack of oxygen is killing people. Lack of oxygen is killing people.
Yeah.
So I say, I repeat the sentence from Shakespeare. Corona is more sinned against than sinning. Corona
Yeah.
is not so dangerous, innocuous. I would say it is innocuous. But if there are facilities in place, Corona cannot kill. I believe it. Achha, one thing happened that is so. I tell you, I want to tell you that, man. Have
Mhm.
you ever heard the name of Dr. K.K. Agrawal?
Somewhat, yeah.
He helped thousands of people through 2 or 3 thousand webinars,
Mhm.
and he is a doctor. He is past president of IMA, Indian Medical Association. He is a very iconic doctor, and
Okay.
who was telling us that no one should die of corona. If proactively we tackle it, no one should die of corona. And now I hear that he himself has pneumonia. He is in ICU of AIMS, fighting for his life. So, no light at the end of the tunnel, Mayank Bhai. You are in a better place. Eh,
I hope
and
so.
I'm
Who
happy.
knows? Yeah.
I am happy that you are there.
Well, I mean, like I said, the US also saw an enormous failing throughout last year. So,
Last
yeah.
year, but things changed for better, na?
Yeah, because they are able to fix things well. Somehow we are not able to do that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, this is,
yeah.
I mean, I'm glad you spoke straight from your heart. That's what we need. It's really, I mean, sitting 10,000 miles away, I wrote a piece saying that I feel guilty just waking up healthy every day, looking at what's going on in India.
Yeah, your country is in great trouble, and you should pray to God to wriggle us out of this crisis.
No, no, I'm sure you'll emerge, but it would have taken so much out of the country by the time it goes. I mean, it's deeply troubling, deeply troubling.
Deeply troubling for sure,
Yeah,
but then everything said and done, we must hope for better,
yeah, yeah.
and we must rely at least on the dialogue of, and I rely on the dialogue of that Ananda. बाबू मोसाई, ए, जीवन जो है बड़ा होना चाहिए, लंबा नहीं.
Yeah,
This dialogue is so dear to
I
me
remember that.
nowadays.
Sure, it's an iconic line.
And so dear to me now in COVID times. I repeat it. I also repeat the lines कि ये मत देखो कि जिंदगी में कितने पल हैं, ये देखो कि एक पल में कितनी जिंदगी है. भाई क्या करेंगे, ऐसी स्थिति है तो यही सब सोच सोच के कंसोल करेंगे अपने को, और क्या
True,
करेंगे.
true. The fact that you are compelled to philosophize at that level
Yes, yes, yes,
is a
yes.
reflection on the state of affairs.
Yeah, it is reflection on the state of affairs. I don't see hope anywhere. Anywhere. It is very sad. We think that India is a country, we we cry hoarse from the rooftop that we can give world class treatment. Bloody, you don't have a plant in your hospital, oxygen plant. That is the minimum requirement in a hospital.
Right.
And I tell you, death due to lack of oxygen is happening in India for ages. If you remember, every year 700, 800 children die. Even in UP, that Gorakhpur hospital,
Yeah.
you know. So people are dying due to lack of oxygen from ages, but still we are not learning. We don't wake up to, because we have other things, other things to deal with.
Yeah.
Health is not a priority.
But since you have a philosophical bend of mind, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
To what extent the traditional sense of fatalism plays into this approach at every level of Indian society?
Yes, it is. Villagers are still not afraid of corona. They say, "Jo hoga, hoga."
Well, I mean, you can, as an individual, you can take that approach. It's your life at the end of the day. But in
Even
this
my
case,
wife,
it
even my,
affects 10 others too.
yeah. Even my wife is saying, "कुछ नहीं होगा." कि यार, पास में हमारे सारे मित्र प्रेस क्लब ऑफ इंडिया के जा रहे हैं ऊपर, तुम करो कुछ नहीं होगा. तो but in a way that is an approach, because everyone is so afraid of corona.
Yeah.
That also is not good.
No, I agree.
Fearing, to be fearful is not also a very good thing. So then I say कि okay, ठीक कह रहे हो तुम. I nowadays, I am your friend.
Yeah.
I hear songs, I hear music, and that is because they say that even good music, can create anti can act as vaccine. Hmm.
Let's hope so. Those are the only hopes left.
Uh, yeah, antibodies. It
Yeah,
it it creates antibodies, and I believe it. I tell you, yes, music has this power.
let's hope so. I mean,
I'm a student of literature. I have done my English honors, masters in English. I wanted to be a lecturer, but now I'm a health writer. See the what?
well, it's the irony of ironies, I suppose.
Yeah, irony of ironies. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad we didn't get mired in just the figures. It was important to get this emotions out.
I have planned this. I tell you, I won't crunch numbers.
Right, right.
I'll be somewhat different.
No,
Eh,
that's good. That's excellent. Yeah.
And numbers you gave, you compensated for.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. No, no, what
yeah,
he no, numbers beyond a point, numbers matter, but beyond a point, one has to talk about human beings. Yeah.
जो मैंने सिनेरियो आपके सामने पेश किया बहुत ही डिप्रेसिव है. पता नहीं ये ठीक होगा कि नहीं होगा, कौन करेगा, कौन कर रहा है. मतलब ये सिस्टम जो है ना सही में रॉटन है.
Yeah.
सिस्टम तो पूरी दुनिया में है. सिस्टम इज रॉटन, रॉटिंग एवरीवेयर. बट इन आवर कंट्री आई टेल यू इट इज सो
Yeah.
रॉटन, so
It's
rotten.
something rotten in the state of Denmark वाली बात है ये.
Yeah, something rotten. Yes, rotten, something rotten. Yeah, that is, you again refer to Shakespeare.
इसीलिए.
Uh, uh, Though I have forgotten everything about literature, but uh, few lines I still remember.
Yeah.
So when they say, I would rather, in this scenario, I would rather recite the last line of that happiness is but an occasional episode in the general drama of pain.
Oh,
This
wonderful, wonderful.
happiness, this is Michael Henchard, that Hardy's novel, you know. I don't remember the name of the novel, but the last line is happiness is but an occasional episode in the general drama of pain. This succinctly paints the situation in India now.